hand copywriting versus typing. It's
Yeah.
easy to type, man. I mean, you can type super fast. You can be efficient. You can copy and paste. You can do all that stuff. Why would I want to go back to the clunky old pen in my hand with copywriting or pencil? What's up with that?
Yeah.
Haven't
Well,
we evolved
I guess
from that? I mean, we're no longer pen people, right? We don't. Ink is so like outdated.
whatever honestly works for you.
Yeah.
When it comes to hand copying, uh, the reason I rather hand copy is because it forces you to slow down, and if you want to get any benefit from hand copying, is it's not about getting through the ad. It's about stopping and thinking and say, why did they write it like this? How can they make it better? This sounds a little clunky. Why did they do it like
Mm-hmm.
hand copying an ad should be a very I like a, it's pretty slow. It's a slow process. Like you should be analyzing every single sentence. It should kind of feel like homework, to be honest. Like it's not the most fun thing to do.
Okay.
Now, if I was hand typing to copy ads, I would just be flying through it personally, and it's not going to work out. Um, it's just you don't have that same intimate, I guess, absorption. Maybe is the word
Yeah.
of the copy or copy.
So you're
Um,
you're you're talking about hand copying copy, which a lot of copywriters already know this technique. Some of the newer copywriters might not be as well exposed to it. But tell me what you're talking about when you're talking about copying copy.
yeah, so you can go through the grades we talked about. You can get on the list we talked about, and you're pretty much going to either print out or just have it up on a computer screen and literally hand copy headlines, hand copy leads, or hand copy entire ads. Literally word for word, write it down. Or you could type it out word for word. Now, when I used to do this, I used to be like, okay, you just have to hand copy ads and you'll get good. And so that's what I did. And I would set the timer and I would hand copy an ad for like 2 hours, like a whole John Carlton sales letter for like 2 hours. I had no idea what I was doing. Just copy it until my brain was fried. I was like, well, I have to keep going because you have to hand copy ads. And that is not the way to hand copy ads. That
Okay.
is not what to do. The way to do it is you need to analyze every sentence, and it should take you a week to get through a whole sales letter because I mean you should only be doing it for like 30 minutes to an hour. Because that's how long your brain is going to be fresh and actually process this information. But you should be questioning, okay, what type of lead is this? Okay, how could I make this big idea even more clear? Why is this so loaded with adjectives? Does this word make it more powerful or strong? Okay, next sentence. How does this play off the sentence before? This seems like it's going to lead to something interesting. Next sentence. Ooh, he missed an opportunity here. Here's what he could have said. That would have been really interesting. Or, oh, this line is a little too long. Here's what I would have done. So it is about writing it out by hand, but it's actually about like getting involved in the copy. And that's kind of the beauty of it doing it by hand because it really slows you down and forces you to really get intimate with the copy.
Mm-hmm.
We hear this thing of, hand copy ads, and we just think, like, we take it so literally. Like, we need to just sit there and write these words out word for word. And it's like, that doesn't really do anything because it's just going in one ear and out
Yeah.
the other. Like,
Yeah. So the fact that you're hand copying copy that's brilliant, or copy that
yeah,
it's in your space. It's targeting your market. So
yep,
what they're doing is they're tried and tested. Like these people are masters. So you get your pen or your pencil, you get an ad in front of you. You have their ad on the left if you're right-handed writer, and then your pen's on the right hand with your paper, and then you just meticulously start copying. And as you're copying, you are taking in what they're talking about. You're not just automatically copying like a robot. You're actually like engaged in the copy. And the fact that you're writing it out by hand, you're slowing down your brain, you're calming your body, you're getting into a rhythm that's natural, and you start to flow with their ad. And only do it for 30 minutes to 60 minutes tops, and then take a break, maybe wait another half a day, come back to it, or just skip it and just do it the next day. But don't overload your brain with it, but really feast on the copy and take it in and analyze it internally. The thing is internalizing their copy, so that when it comes down to write, subconsciously it starts to bubble up what you've already been practicing, what you've been working through, what you've been thinking about. It's happening.
Yeah, exactly. Like, and another technique, one of the top copywriters at Agora does, Henry Bingaman, what got him really good was he would print out controls that were out there right now. Control meaning it's the winning ad. He would print it out, and then he would go through it, and rather than, well, he might hand copy, but he would mark the feelings. So he would box off where the feelings are, and then he would mark where the feelings change. And then, so he would have this whole ad that's marked with, okay, you're going to feel curiosity here. Okay, you're going to feel sorry for the speaker right here. Okay, you're going to feel guilty right here, but then you're going to feel whatever right here. And that's another technique. So really the whole idea is to get back to the pen and paper and just get involved with the copy, because look, even if you're starting out, this is going to help you at least have more knowledge about good copy. It's going to help you see good copy. So you'll probably be able to describe what good copy sounds like, which means if you're in an interview for a gig, you'll have a lot more knowledge. This isn't going to make you a great writer overnight, but over time, if you do this, it's definitely going to help. It's helped me a lot. I continue to do this all the time. I don't see why I would stop unless, diminishing returns or whatnot. But, and it's a good habit to get into as well.
Yeah.
It's just sometimes as a freelancer, some days you're loaded with work and other days you don't have much work. Maybe on the slower days, you just 2 hours, 3 hours of your day is budgeted to hand copying. Hey, if you can only do 15 minutes, that's fine too, but at least do something. So that way you're always getting intimate with copy every single day or every other day.
Yeah, and musicians do that. I remember when, this is probably dating myself, but when Van Halen hit the scene, right? Eddie Van Halen just shredding the guitar into pieces and before people's eyes, and they're like, what is this? I've never heard this before. So you have a million kids and teenagers, whatever, even young adults, just trying to figure out his fingering, and they're just like, what? And it's slowly, and they're looking at the videos, and they're like, what the? And then they're just doing it, and then all of a sudden they're starting to get that whatever he's doing with his fingers. I could never do it, but and then after a while, instead of just copying what he's doing, you start to put in your own artistry to it and your own sensibility, and it becomes something completely different. But you've got that skill level now to move your fingers. Copying is the same thing.